golden, 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 golden. I'm living life like it's golden, 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 golden.
Denise Marlo, you are now listening to the Drunken Monks podcast.
Yeah, zwak poppetje, you.
So, at least she didn't say it though. Hi guys, before she get to say it, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Let's make it clap.
No!
Hi Marlo,
Hello,
how are you?
Denise. Good afternoon, sweetheart. How are you, darling?
Look me up.
We are back. Name is Marlo Brown.
Denise Faber.
Drunken Monks back in the building, baby. Right?
In the building of Café and Fino.
Café and Fino.
Cafino in Grote Berg.
Kafino, the playground of adults that have disposable income. And if you want Borgo, they got it here. If you want good wine, they got it here. And if you want anything else that can spice up the culinary flavors of your life, they got it here. Grote Berg, Zeelandia.
Yep.
You guys have heard us say this now the whole season. Just come true, and the people are knowledgeable. Alberto's is a mensch. Yo, just come and spend some money, guys. Come on. All right, Denise.
Hey Marlo.
We have a friend.
Oh ja? Oh! Dat is me niet opgevallen.
We have a friend, guys. We have a friend. It is my honor and my pleasure to introduce you guys to Jasmin van Eeden.
Hello, Van Eeden.
Eeden.
It's an honor to be here. No worries.
I got it wrong, yo.
Don't worry, it's literally wrong on my bank pass, so I'm
So I'm not the only one. So
No,
like,
everybody.
hey,
What
like,
did they write on your bank card?
Jasmin van Eeden.
Yes, to say. Quack, quack,
It was
quack.
Eending. Anyways, I just wanted my card, so it's...
as long as your passport is straight, right?
Yes,
as long as
yes,
your passport is straight, then we got no
And
problem
if
with
your
that.
passport's not straight, then from then on you're named whatever name is in your passport.
Quack, quack.
Quack
Yeah.
quack. So hey, guys, but those that don't know her, if you're not familiar with, if you've never been out on the island, let me introduce you to this particular young lady, songwriter, singer extraordinaire, young bit of a prodigy because you started real young on doing things, though. Like when you started to write and like started to make a certain amount of music
Yes.
and make money with it and whatnot.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so then there it is. But yeah, guys, she definitely performs all over the island. This is her bread. This is her life's ambition, and she makes some of the most beautiful music with some of the best artists on the island, the best
That's for
musicians
sure.
on the island. And I thought it would be interesting to bring her in because Denise ain't no shit. Like she's like, but who are we bringing again? Like, no, dude, don't worry about it. Trust me.
Helemaal niet. Don't throw me under the bus. I knew her from before you knew her.
Uh-oh.
I used to see her perform in Miles. En dat is heel lang geleden.
Dat is
I
heel
never
lang geleden.
performed in Miles.
Shit, oké, laat maar.
Oh, nah.
Nou, ik dacht dat je met Castillo Blanco.
Cap, yo, cap.
I never
Cap.
performed in my... Like, maybe one time, but it was like in a junior Tekla show, like...
Oh ja,
singing along, so, but I never...
No, he would bring you.
No, maar
als,
echt-
als hij je ziet, when he was performing. Maar hij deed het met iedereen, I guess.
In Miles, one time, I think, with Junior, but I never did a show in Miles. At Porter, Mr. Porter, I played it.
So
So
then,
it's
wait.
fun. It's fun.
So that's a hell of a way to go start off this whole thing. Do you regret not performing in Miles like your own show?
Well,
Because
regret?
Miles is closed now, y'all. Like Miles is Mr. Porter now.
Well, regret? I mean, it's a long time ago. I was doing other things and performing in other places back then, you know, so I don't regret it, no.
No, okay. So it's
Of
not like it was
course,
a
I would have
milestone.
loved to have done it, but, you know,
Exactly.
it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Like it's a milestone. type
no
of thing.
regrets.
Yeah. I actually jumped the gun. I'm sorry, guys. What are we drinking?
I'm on a wine because I'm joining Jasmine in the wines.
Yes, a
It's
Moscato.
a Moscato, yeah.
That
A
will
bubbly
tell you-
Moscato?
Yeah, we'll tell you what it is. Like next segment is somewhere like in the fridge. We ain't got it in front of us right now. And of course, the Borgo has to work for its bread here this afternoon. I'm on the Borgo and ginger ale, courtesy of our lovely sponsor. And yeah, you have no regrets about not playing there. So are there places that you do want to play here
Ooh.
that you haven't played yet?
Here. Well, of course, I think like there's a few new places. I'm really bad with names, so please forgive me, but I think there's this place called Rooftop Cascada
Right.
Oh, yeah.
in Punda,
Punda, yeah.
things like that. But I'm really happy with the places I do play and I have played, like I play monthly at Marriott and I play at Cura Holanda frequently or Blue Bay, Shogogo, Salud, and wherever they ask.
Places with money, yo. Places with a little bit of money.
Yeah. Maar Jasmine, so you're a singer, but what do you sing?
Well, that's a good question. I sing pretty much everything. When I sing live, I play for restaurants, and a lot of times they literally say it's like background music. So I try to incorporate the things that I listen to that I enjoy. So I grew up listening to Brazilian jazz a lot because of my mother. So that's really where a lot of my heart lies. So I love to sing Brazilian jazz and just jazz overall and R&B. But I also incorporate some, like hits so that people can sing along. And Bob Marley is an everybody please. I love Bob Marley.
We do. But
it's an everybody pleaser, but sometimes
it's a bit too much.
Yeah, but I always give my own twist, and it gets the crowd going. So, and yeah, R&B I mentioned. I even rap a little bit. I mean, I can do rock. I mean, I sing pretty much anything. I used to sing in the church. I used to sing classical, like operatic stuff. When I was like 17, 18.
So, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How did you get started? It's because I made a big brag about you, but let me hear your story.
Well, I come from a musical family from both sides. So my grandmother was a twin. She was known, they were known as the singing twins here on the island and in Suriname.
Okay.
And they're on Scampi. Joyce and Linda Douglas.
Zoek ze op, Joyce and Linda Douglas.
Yeah, you can find them. It's like old school classical curacao songs and also some songs in Surinamese. And so I grew up with them, obviously, and my mother sang, and from my father's side as well.
From your father's side as well.
They were musicians, and my grandma was a music teacher. I know the story of my parents meeting. They divorced when I was very young, but my mother would always lovingly tell the story of when she met my dad and he was playing piano in the hall in the university. So
there you go.
I just was born in it.
Okay.
See, so your father speelde piano in the university hall?
Yeah, and then my mom was like, who's playing piano? And it was my dad, and that's how they met, So yeah, I just come from music from both sides, and I was very lucky, I guess, to grow up like that, music all around me.
And then what made you decide to pursue music as a career?
That's a good question because, I mean, as a child, I was like, I want to be a singer and a veterinarian and an actress and an astronaut, and a journalist. So
World peace.
At a certain point, yeah. And at a certain point, I was like, So this
astronaut ging snel niet door.
I'm sorry. When you ask me these kinds of questions, it's always going to be way more complicated because I had a really complicated childhood. To be honest, I moved all over the place, so that influenced a lot, like how I saw myself in the future as well. And so I kind of gave up this idea of that I wanted to be like a singer or an actress. But when I moved to Holland at 12, we had choir, and it inspired me. So I did know I always wanted to do music, but I thought, maybe better to do more like in the writing realm and be like a journalist or whatever, and just do music as a hobby. And then when I came back here, I was very unhappy, and all I wanted to do was go back to Holland. But that's a long story. But so I thought, okay, I just need to get the F out of here. Oh, I need to get the fuck out of here. And
But wait, how old were you when you came back?
I was 16 when I came back.
And at 16 you thought, okay, this place sucks. I want to go back.
Well, yeah, because I moved when I was 12, and I was this very, hoe noem je dat? Verzorgd, like kept safe island girl. I can't come up with the word.
No.
But
that's a.
and I wouldn't even curse in my mind. I was this goody two shoes going to Holland, and everything went completely wrong. And I come back at 16, and in Holland you're so free and you can go everywhere with the metro and the train, and you're here and you're trapped. You can't go anywhere. You're in a school with uniforms and security guards.
Right.
So I was like, I just need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. And I was very shy. I loved to sing, but I thought now I'm remembering. I pushed some of these things away. I remember now how it went. I was like, I remember. I wanted to do classical. I wanted to do opera. I was really into that because it came naturally to me. And apparently it was like, apparently not everybody can do this. And I like it. So let me just do that then. And I'm going to be the first opera singer with purple hair was my idea when I was like 17. And it went really well. And I was going to make videos and send it to Juilliard because that was my dream. And then my father came on vacation again. I was 16 or 17. 17. And I told him my dreams and I sang a song for him and he just laughed in my face.
Oh my.
Well, that's another story, right? And that kind of just, from that day, I was like, okay, well, then I'm just not going to do it. And I never even thought about it again. So I just shoved that to the side and I was like, okay, I'll just do like journalism or whatever.
Right.
And, but I just need to get away. I need to get off of this island so I can be myself and explore myself away. And I went out with my friend Sylvie, and we went to 27 and it was dead. There was nobody, but there was this Dutch band playing and they were actually really good.
27 used to be a rock bar?
Yeah. And it was really, really fun. But there was nobody and this band was really playing nicely and they were singing nice. So we were vibing with them. And afterwards we went to have a drink with them at Miles.
Okay, yes.
There you go.
And I was really shy. So it was really outside of my character at that time that I was jamming with them. I was like singing songs with them. I think it was like Tenacious D or something, like something like that.
Best song in the world.
Well, that one.
Yeah.
Not that one. But I know both. But so that was all. I normally wouldn't do that. It was a pretty big thing for me that I was like singing with them on the street. And Wietse Krikke walked by. And he was like, a very amazing musician, all around producer. Anyway. He
used to hang around in Peter May all the time.
Yeah, for sure. And Miles still. But he's like, hey, I play guitar. Would you like to sing with me sometime? I didn't know who he was because I lived under a rock. I still kind of do. So I'm like, I'm planning to move to Holland when I turn 18 or something like that. No, maybe I was 20. Goddamn. I think I was 20. I was 20. Fuzzy. No, I was 20. And so I'm like, no, I'm going to leave soon. So I'm sorry. And then a few months later, I have a new boyfriend and I'm with him at this photo shoot because he was a photographer and this woman was doing this lady's makeup. And I was just talking to them and they were asking me questions like, yeah, Wietse Krikke. I'm like, Wietse Krikke? Wietse Krikke asked you? And they were kind of mean, but I was like, judging by these women's reaction, Wietse Krikke is some kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
Like he wrote Chilla op de Antillen.
Yeah,
like, oh shit, it's him, Diverse Sauzen. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give this guy a call. And Wietse kind of taught me how to perform live in front of, I think we started at like, hoe heet het daar?
Wilhelminaplein Café?
Yeah, thank you. Wilhelminaplein Café. He taught me how to hold a mic. He would literally, I love Wietse, like in the middle of a song, be like, you held the mic verkeerd vast, things like this. But he taught me so much and I really appreciate it. And just from there, we started collabing with more people and, working with all the amazing people I work with today and still working with Wietse on fun projects. And yeah.
There you go.
So basically, sort of coincidentally, well, if you believe in that, you rolled into this world and then you are self-taught. Actually, well, people helped you, but you are self-taught?
Well, I wouldn't say self-taught because along the way, I learned from a lot of people in my life. Like I grew up with it. So I learned from my family, from my mother, my father, my grandmother, the singing twins. And also when I was doing this classical journey, I did get some coaching and they really motivated me as well. Like, wow, you got this gift. You need to do this. And so a few teachers, well, more like vocal coaches, and to this day, like they taught me a lot. And when I lived in Holland, we had, hoe zeg je verplicht ook alweer?
Obligated.
Yeah, like
obligatory.
Yeah, obligatory. Yeah, I was thinking obligated. Obligatory choir. Like you had to do it in school.
Okay.
I was one of the only kids that loved it, but it taught me so much. That was magical. All these teenagers bursting with hormones. They don't want to sing freaking fucking Mozart. But my teacher.
You want to correct yourself to go the opposite way. Freaking fucking damn you! God damn, yeah.
But this guy, he was a little person, like he was short.
Yeah.
He would stand on chairs with like 4 classes of teenagers. He would get us quiet. He would get us to sing in harmony and Mozart, these ridiculous pieces. He inspired the fuck out of me, like to this day.
Oh wow.
So I learned a lot from the people around me in my life. Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
So like your path was almost paved basically for you, like between coming from a family and then bumping into certain people and being here and like the stars aligned basically.
I do believe we're all like magnets and you just attract whatever you're tuned into. So even if it's not consciously, I did pull it towards me, but then it's up to me how to react with it to it.
Okay.
And
No, go ahead, dude.
so
You are going ahead.
You
You're going
explained like where you're performing right now. Like you explained us a little bit of your history and that you're working right now different venues. En is Curaçao een tussenstop voor jou? Of is dit eindbestemming? I don't know if you can already talk. Are you good here for now, or are you just building your CV for you to then go somewhere internationally?
That's a good question. So just the question, am I good here for now? Yes and no. So, but mainly yes. So this is obviously my home. It's, where my lombrici is buried. So it's my
string.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
it's my
That's what we
home
say.
base. So it's always, I'll always come back sowieso. But of course, as a creative, and I love to travel. I've been traveling since I was very young. So it's like a part of me. I always want to go to the new place and experience the new thing. But I'll always come back here. And I really believe in being grateful and appreciative for what you have.
Yeah.
And I try to remind myself of that. And I'm really grateful for everything I've built up here and the people I work with and my home and my partner. So, yeah.
Okay, let me rephrase. A lot of times people, not per se creatives, but a lot of times people think that if you want to be a creative in Curaçao or in small islands, it's not possible to be super good, like quality wise, and
You can meet
to
your
develop yourself.
your full potential.
Exactly.
Your full potential. Yeah.
What do you feel about? Is there a grain of truth in that? Klopt het wel of niet?
I think it greatly depends on what your goals are in life, what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
So for me personally, it is too small. If I would really want to follow my heart and do a bunch of crazy experimental shit, then right now, and Curaçao is small, so it's tourism based, but you can make really good quality music here. There's so many people. We have great producers and great studios. So quality, I wouldn't say is an issue at all. Not at all. But if you're like looking to explore creatively, there are some walls that you can bump into because it is a small island. And yes, then I've been saying for a long time to a lot of people, I want to explore more. I want to go to Amsterdam, where I have a great friend as well, and do some more crazy experimental shit.
But that's the thing too. I mean, the small and the tourism makes a weird mix of where the money goes. Something that we were talking on the way here, and something that I really feel for like a long time. There is no middle ground when it comes to podium here. There's either you have a podium, which is again a Blue Bay or like a Marriott or whatever. There's a podium there for you, but you have to cater to that crowd. There's no in between. You're being paid to cater and to introduce that crowd a little bit. You're not there to like blow minds or whatever. But there's also then there is no middle stop in between.
I would categorize like my gigs, the gigs I get on the island, in like two, just black and white.
Yeah.
Like the restaurant, background music, people are eating, people.
Yeah.
So type 1 is your background. You're the second thought. People are coming to a restaurant to eat.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
there to provide an extra ambience.
Yeah.
Ambience, and you can't expect.
You can't steal the show.
Well, you can. You need to feel this at the end of the night. People have some drinks, but you can't expect to be the center of the show.
Exactly, yeah.
And still, as a musician, as an artist, of course, I'm going to try to reel in the applause. But then there's another type of show. Like if I get booked at Mr. Porter, then people are coming for the music, and then you can also make your set list a little more different and kind of try something out because the people are more open to that. And it's logical. If I'm sitting, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't pick myself as a forebuild, but if just some random person goes to a restaurant, not everybody wants to hear a whole crazy show.
Eat,
So that's, understandable.
Okay, then I have one more question before I throw it back to you, and then I think that we could take a moment because I think we've been going a little while. Would you say then, because this is my experience, would you say that it's overall though that the idea of creativeness, culture, experimentation especially, they're a little bit conservative here, even the creatives that they were trained in a way to lean conservative because again you don't want to mess up the bag. You don't want to mess with the bag in no way, shape, or form.
I would say conservative is maybe not the correct choice of words.
So then help me out.
More commercial.
I would say commercial is conservative.
Because what's the song? The Magic Mike song is commercial, but not conservative.
Yeah, when you said
Pony.
That's what I'm saying. That's commercial.
When you said commercial is conservative, in my head popped Nelly, take off all your clothes. It's getting hot in here, but
Those kind of things. Yeah, but
it needs conservative.
it just needs conservative. It's commercial, but not conservative. So that's what I mean.
I find it conservative because nothing changes with that. The same song, a lot of the same song. At least me as a DJ, I still play every now and again, guys. I get confronted with that all the time, where you want to push the envelope a little bit. You want to play newer. You want to play more obscure. And you get requests immediately from, hey, could you play that hit from 1995 there from me? And not once.
Nee, maar hallo, it's not when you think it's not a Marlo show. Kijk, if you have a concert and it's like, okay, DJ Marlo, DJ Atlas, whatever is playing, dan kan je die shit doen. Als ik uitga, I want to dance and I want to be able to sing along. Als jij je obscure shit gaat spelen, I cannot sing along. Then I'll just leave you.
No, but
if it's a dingy bar, dan zou ik zeggen, okay, then you know what to expect.
So I have the perfect middle ground for the both of us.
Okay.
Because I've said this, I'm preaching this left and right. At least where DJs are concerned, right? There was a point in time when DJs at least used to be the like parts of the trailblazers, but you used to make wait. You used to have a chance to build an ecosystem. It used to be like radio shows. Like you used to be able to play songs over and over, bust new songs, bring out new things, and then you build something around it. Mixtapes, used to be like a big thing like around it too, like as well. I find a lot of that has gone to the wayside. At least when it comes to own artists making their own ecosystem, because there was a point in time when, not to say you do not or those that live now don't. But there was a point in time when you used to live, eat, breathe your ecosystem. You used to dress a certain way with everything in mind. You used to make sure that you hit every radio station so that they can play your song or whatnot. Those things don't quite exist as much as they used to anymore. And that ecosystem allows you to play quote unquote new song in weird place. You know what I mean?
I think the platforms changed.
Yeah, sowieso.
Because it's just Instagram, TikTok now.
Right.
And again, it comes back to what I said, like there's certain types of events and contexts that you're playing at.
Right.
And if you're, so like she said, if you're playing like at a bar and people are coming to like dance, then they're going to expect you to play certain things. Like for me as well, if I was talking today about a gig on the 31st of December, like a New Year show.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be playing my Brazilian jazz and like neo soul smooth stuff. People want to hear like disco or whatever the fuck, and I'm gonna try.
Gimme a man.
Nou wel, ABBA, that's a queen.
But then I do try. There are some funky disco songs. There are some hits that I do enjoy. So I try to find like find the middle ground.
Find the authenticity
well.
for yourself.
What really works. I don't know. Maybe as a DJ it can work as well. I'm sure it could. I have a tactic when I'm playing for people. I start my set with songs that people can sing along to.
Yeah.
That they know, that they enjoy. And they're like, oh, we can sing this song so we know she's hitting all the right notes. Because otherwise, if they don't have context, they don't even know if you're singing well, some people. Because they just don't know the song.
Right.
So they're like, oh yeah, she's singing the melody she can sing. And then after 3 songs, I'm going to put some crazy stuff that I like. They already like me, so they're going to like whatever the fuck I do after. Because that's how people work.
I already have a thing that I call that. Mm-hmm. I call it sugar with the medicine.
Yes.
You give them sugar, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what I do. Like I try to sneak in bits and pieces as much as I can. Not all the time.
Nee, maar
Yeah.
you're
And I do
talking
agree with
about...
you.
Maar you're talking about this whole ecosystem gedoe. Kijk, I refuse to believe dat er... Ja, hele obscure clubs kan je gewoon doen whatever the fuck you wanted. Especially if you're still a nobody or not super famous.
Right.
I think this was always the way. You do something to get the people's attention. That's something they like or something that sounds familiar. En dan doe je een paar dingen tussendoor. And then you do again something familiar just to keep the attention. So
But
even in creating the ecosystem that you were talking about, that was the way to do it. Je kan niet een hele avond onbekende dingen draaien.
Nee, maar
I
dat
think.
hangt er vanaf. Kijk, ik heb het nu over Curaçao. Maar bijvoorbeeld... excuse me.
No, we have a Dutch audience too.
Okay, I'm just gonna go back. We're talking about Curaçao, but like a few months ago, I went to Holland to work with the lady I think you guys saw in the intro on bass, Marilona Copra. She's a great friend and musician, and we played her first real show with her own music at a festival.
Yeah.
And so I got to experience that. I actually didn't really experience a lot of live music as much as I would have liked to in my life, especially as a musician. So it was my first time even attending a festival this huge with all these different stages and different genres, and also being on a stage. It was great, but it really occurred to me being there, like the vibes are super experimental. People want that there. People want to hear your own different shit.
Right.
And that inspired me and motivated me.
Right.
So it's really different scene. It depends on where you are in the world, how the scene is.
Right.
I think, and that's why internet is a great place. I'm really bad at putting myself out there. And we were talking about that I would love
we're gonna have a conversation
your
about
help
that.
with that. I'm really creative. Like I can do things for other people in that sense and make things, but when it comes to myself, I don't know. I'm really bad at it.
You're the psychic that can't choose the right lotto ticket.
The internet is the world stage, and I think right now, well, I know everybody does. If you know how to apply yourself there, you can get really successful.
Yeah.
So that's like the place to throw all your experiments and all your crazy shit.
Right.
And I need to listen to myself saying that.
There you go.
But
All right.
yeah.
Okay, we're going to a break right now, but you were saying you're very bad in putting yourself out there. So what is the band's name for us to look out for when you're putting yourself on the map? Or is it just going to be you, Jasmin,
Jasmin and the Jazzites.
Well, I have a band called Shampoo with people that I work with on just like everywhere, really good friends, and my partner on guitar. And we're going to play at Porter soon. And we play everywhere, every now and then. And my idea for this band and my partner, we kind of had this idea was to play the music that we listen to in the car, that we really like to play.
There you go.
So
you have your band, and if you
Jambu,
and if you put out your own music, which name do you have? A stage name, or what is your music name?
I have a few names that I'm not gonna share.
Okay.
Because those are like on my weird little inside projects.
Okay,
Jay,
no,
the goddess
But
of
for now,
love.
it's just going to be Jasmine. I am working very much behind the scenes on some things, but I think it's going to take a while to get it where I want it to be, you know?
There you go.
Okay, look out for Jambu, look out for Jasmine.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be right back.
Right back.
Hey, welkom!
Goedemiddag, kan ik u helpen?
Marlo, you re-upped or what?
Yeah, man. Borgo walking
The
panel.
Borgo Wakke.
The Borgo walking panel, for sure.
And we poured some Rosetto sweetened pink for the lady.
That does not sound dirty at all.
Rosetto, sweet and pink.
Oh, Lord.
For all your nighttime needs. Yeah, but all right. No, man. Go ahead, Dick. Go ahead.
And Jasmine, you were telling us that you lived different places, or you moved a couple of times. I think you were born here, and then
Yes.
before the show, you told us you lived in Suriname for a little while.
Yes.
Came back to Curacao,
And then moved to Holland.
Holland.
And
Came
then
back to Curacao.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're still here. Or
Mite.
yes, but they maar. And you told us your mom is from Surinamese descent, and your father is Dutch, European Dutch.
Yeah, my mother's Antillean Surinamese.
Okay.
Whatever that means, because it's both like a mix.
So
you know?
yeah, what does it mean?
From what I know, well, my mom actually did a test not too long ago, which blew our minds.
She's from Tonga. No?
But before the test, what I knew was gewoon from Chinese and Javanese and Ashkenazi, Jewish, and some Portuguese maybe. But after my mom got the test, I kid you not, it's like, I don't know, 83 ethnicities
Oh yeah, super Caribbean.
with all like 4%. But like 16, my mother's thing,
Yeah.
16% Nigerian, which we never would have expected.
Everybody has a little Nigerian
Yeah, but it's funny
prince
because
in
they
them.
also they always told us like we're all these things, but not these things, which was like okay, fine.
And we know why.
Dat is-
You're not,
well,
why
I'm not saying
not
that
these
is
things.
niet-
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I always joke with my boyfriend. He's Dutch, but that he's like Viking. Like he's like Viking blood.
Yeah.
I apparently have Viking blood.
And he doesn't.
I have some Scandinavian blood, and if it's almost like you can see like the line how the Vikings went to like
Where they ripped and pillaged.
ethnicities are all in me. Like it's, I don't even know, Egyptian, Japanese, like everything was on there. It was insane. So yeah.
Okay, so now you have all these ethnicities in you, but you identify as what?
Human, I think.
Okay. Punt.
We hope. We hope.
Yeah,
But
life.
you said you're Lambricius de here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
does that play a factor in your
Absolutely.
self-identification?
Yeah, it does. I was born here, and most of my life I did spend here, and I have family here. My roots are here, you know. So of course I always feel like I'm coming home. It's my home. But other than that, I'm also Earthling, so I feel like the Earth is my backyard,
Right.
and
World traveler.
and I'm human, but next to my humanity, first and foremost, I'm life. First and foremost, I'm drinking a little bit, guys. I'm life itself, expressing itself, you know. So
All right, maar so you said you went to Holland. You came back around 16, and 16 is, I think, a crucial age when you are identifying yourself, and
yeah.
when the outside world is identifying you. So now you're a white or whitish, white-looking, I don't
Yeah.
know, person.
depending on
White
who you're
passing.
asking,
Passing. You pass.
Yeah, yeah.
You pass.
Whatever, you're whitish.
No lie. I thought you was a white girl when I
Okay,
first met you.
we're going there.
Yeah, we're going there
When
with the
I
drunken
grew up
monks.
here as a kid, I remember getting called Makamba Stinky, blah blah.
Jeez.
Oh, dat is je obsessie met lekkere geurtjes. No, sorry.
Oh, nee hoor.
She likes perfume.
I know I smell good, okay? So...
Sweet and pink, right?
Oké, even focus. Focus.
What the fuck? Okay. Anyways. What were we talking about?
Yeah, but no, but you got like
yeah, I was Makamba Stinky.
You got
going
bullied.
to Suriname. We didn't have a lot of money, so in Suriname when I lived there in Paramaribo, like the south part was for the richies, the north part was, I wouldn't say poor because I lived there, so I guess normal. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I went to a pretty bad school. I was the only white girl, and everybody thought I was rich because I'm white. I'm like, I'm at the same school as you guys. So and
Newsflash.
Then going to Holland, I was not white. You know, no, they see right through you.
Yeah.
Or they think I'm Turkish. Turkish people. Turkish people are like, and I'm like, it sounds beautiful, but I don't understand it. I'm sorry. They think I'm Turkish. I got sent home in school as well. Ga terug naar je vieze eiland. Ga terug naar je... Ik snap niet waarom Nederland het geld geeft aan jullie. So I had to... I actually told this story, you know, that we get taught in schools.
Yeah.
So I went to 10 schools in my life.
Wow.
Not because I was thrown out. I was a huge nerd. I loved to learn. But yeah, and every school in Curacao and Suriname, they teach you about our past, about our history, about slavery, and which countries were involved in all of this. So I knew my history and where I come from. And so when this boy was like, ik snap niet waarom Nederland geld aan jullie geeft. I felt my blood boiling. But for some reason, little 12/13-year-old me stayed chill, looked at this boy in the eyes, and I was like, you don't know, do you? Literally, je weet het niet, hè? It's like, waar heb je het over? We zijn gewoon te aardig om jullie geld te geven. So I slowly and just as short as I could explain to him what we all know.
Yeah.
And how they were mapped in the ships and everything, and you know, and his eyes grew, and he was like, I didn't know.
A 12-year-old Dutch boy? Niet heel lang geleden wist het niet?
Nee, want in Nederland leren ze die dingen niet. Ze leren je die dingen niet. De tijden zijn veranderd met het internet en met de Zwarte Piet discussie.
Sowieso.
Is het heel erg veranderd. Maar when I went to school in Holland and nobody knew shit. No, they act like it didn't happen. It's the same, I guess, as in American schools how they teach.
Dude, we had an episode, Gouden Eeuw. Come on, man. Like literally Gouden Eeuw. Where did you make your money from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like
they don't know. My mom she was a singer. I remember the story because I think it suits this subject. Like, Kinderen voor Kinderen, vroeger. They did a Curacao or an Antillian edition.
Oh, really?
And her and my aunt, so her cousin, they won.
Oh, yeah.
And they got a prize, and they were going to be jury for the Dutch edition, one of the juryleden. Yeah. So they get there, and they get a basket full of white chocolate. Because you don't have white chocolate, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And my mom's like, yeah, we do, and I don't even like it. Like,
what the fuck?
No, those people were extremely uninformed, uneducated. But that was a very, very special thing for me. I stayed calm. I wanted to get angry. I stayed calm. I spoke to him. I explained to him what happened in our history. And this boy opened his eyes. He told me he didn't know, and he walked away. So I felt like that was a very special moment in my life. Yeah. And I've been able to play this bridge many times in my life.
I have a question, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing a lot of outsider rejection, so. When did you feel like you first found tribe? Like when did you feel you first found your people? Like, whatever your people is, whatever it is.
To be honest, the two, like, musicians, creatives, sowieso, all around the world, you'll find that, you know, you find this connection. You kind of feel it like electricity, like you're vibing. Yeah. But also...
But with your audience is what you're talking about. Like with
musicians, the people I work with.
Just amongst yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Audience makes me, you know, I love audience engagement, but like tribe, definitely the musicians, you know. But and also through music, my partner and I got to visit Brazil, which was amazing because I love Brazilian music. And there, for the first time in my life, so I told you this story, I'm always getting sent back. So I'm like, I need to go to the fucking moon or something. I don't know where to go. You know, here, go back to Holland. I'm not from Holland. In Holland, go back to Curacao. I'm like, okay. So in Brazil, they all thought I was Brazilian.
There you go.
And I'm walking around there. Everybody looks like, I would say, curacao, like mix.
Yeah.
Everything. But there's so much more harmony. It's like really mixed. Like actually, they love each other. They're completely intermingled. And they would never say you're anything other than Brazilian just because, like, there's a Brazilian dude with pale white skin and blonde curls and blue eyes, and he's Brazilian in the Brazilian's eyes. And also the darkest, it doesn't matter. And gay, straight, like there's gay people making out everywhere in Rio de Janeiro. I love the vibes. That's actually there in Brazil for the first time that I felt like, wow, I'm really being accepted as one of them. I've never felt it like I did in Brazil, I have to admit.
There you go.
And I felt like we need to do this here because the people are the same. They look like our people to me, but they actually embrace each other like we should here. I think. I feel that.
I feel that's interesting. I like to hear that perspective, and I love that you felt that. But I also know from Brazil, like colorism is real. Like
I was about to say.
Yeah.
they also have.
I was about to say because like it's
relationship with the past, with their
it's
past.
Yeah.
it's kumbaya up until it's out front.
Like it stays
Because
reality.
like so like
totally.
Miss World or their candidate was like they kept depressing like the blacker ones and try to raise up.
I
like,
believe
like,
that.
So like that type of thing. Yeah, like that's what I was talking about.
But it could still be that we're
So what I
Brazilians first, and
Yeah.
then whatever category that's
Yeah.
there, but we're Brazilian.
Om in te hagen what I did realize, like the politics and maybe
Yeah,
what
that is-
they put out outwardly,
yeah.
like Brazil's marketing team.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And politics are completely different
Than
from
what's
when
on the
you're
street.
interacting with the people on the street.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Echt
So-
waar.
Okay.
Echt, it shocked me.
My analogous moment like that, believe it or not, is with Suriname because you talk about that like whatnot. I was blown away at what I've experienced as harmony like in Suriname. But
Really?
in that same vein, knowing that there are, like systematic things that are wrong, there's ways that like not everybody gets along all the time. And there are moments that it shows through the cracks as well. But it amazed me, like I still say, wasn't it a long road that you come up when you're coming from the airport?
I have no idea.
But that long road, right?
go.
Like you have to take a long highway first, right?
Yeah, through the rainforest.
And somewhere like there was a point where you turn onto Martin Luther King like Boulevard of So.
Okay.
And
Midden in de stad, no? In Paramaribo.
yeah, but there's a point where you turn into like near like starts Oli, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a mosque and
Yeah.
a synagogue
Yeah.
right next to each
Yeah,
other.
that's kenmerkend.
Like right next to each other. Like
Yeah.
that was my first introduction to the place because I'm on a bus and it's dark at night and I'm half asleep and it's a late flight and I'm tired of shit. But like like you're just staring outside, kind of like gathering your thoughts, and then you see, wait a minute, is that a mosque? Okay, yeah. What the fuck is that? A synagogue? What
Yeah.
the fuck? Like that was when it clicked for me. Like, okay, pay attention, And bit by bit, piece by piece, like the people that I worked with, because it was for like work, and the whole crew is from every mixed race, creed, age, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're joking with each other, and there's laughs amongst each other. I mean, there's dirty jokes as well, like
Of course.
like black jokes and Indian jokes and Waitik Phil. But it's no malice, is what
It's
you
done
feel.
with a level of respect and
Yeah, like like there's a certain amount of ribbing, but hey,
Yeah.
I like you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
of course.
And that for me was that moment, like what you're talking about. But you can have. I think that's something that you and I talk about incessantly, like on the show. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we don't have to strive towards it, Sachmar. And there's a certain amount of harmony that can be had.
yeah.
I think that Curacao is interesting because it's like a switch here sometimes.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
There are days when it's all together, and there are days when very much
I will
y'all
give you
over
an
there and y'all
example.
over there. Like
Yeah, okay.
like it's
Yeah.
not like it's not like a
Yeah.
slider. It's not like a gray area. It's either all the way on or all the way off.
Nee,
Is
maar
what I
echt,
feel.
I will give you an example. My little sister was in Barcelona for her, hoe noem je dat, stage.
Yeah.
And we were walking around, having a good time. We hear papiamento in the streets. In Europe, in Barcelona. So we're like, oh, it's our people. So I was kind of, because I stayed a little back, but she was like, blah, 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 blah. She was like, oh, it's so, because she was living there for a while. She was so excited.
Yeah.
And these people were like, boting accent.
But see,
And they were just looking at us like, and we're like,
could you not
Oh.
do this here? Like, what the fuck?
my little sister has been living in that place for a while, speaking Spanish. She had a little accent, and that's the first thing you say. You're like, we're like excited to see our people. And so it is. We do have this issue here.
Yeah, dude.
We do.
I don't know what to put with it. I don't know how to heal here. I think that there are moments and places where it does work. I think that like when it comes to things like Carnival, I think is one of the bigger examples.
Yeah.
Like there's no, or rather not that there's no, but there's very little bullshit where that is concerned. Everybody's drinking, everybody's having a good time, and we all know we're here for some pageantry and good looking and fun, and that's it.
Good times.
Right.
Yeah.
And to come back to the whole thing, I think that is where art plays its place here. I think that is where music plays its place here. When people are jamming at Zanzi, people don't really give a fuck.
I don't really go to Zanzi,
but that's what I mean.
Slecht voorbeeld.
Slecht
But okay,
voorbeeld,
no, okay, but when you're jamming, you're jamming.
Okay, Blue Seas.
Yes.
Blue Seas is a good example because you see locals out like crazy. You see like expats and everybody out. North Sea Jazz, I mean, it is, but it's also a bit kind of gate to keep.
But
pushing
yeah,
because
It's fucking expensive.
Thank you.
Expensive for
Way
for that.
everybody.
It is.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? But there are moments where you can point to. There are moments where like the bullshit goes to the side and the humanity comes.
Music unites. It really
I feel so.
It does.
I honestly do.
In history, you can see. I wrote a verslag about this for school here, which they didn't even take the time to read because it wasn't a serious enough subject because it was music. But it was. I put so much like music through history. You can see how music has united people and how it has really played such a big role in like racism, like human rights. Music really unites people. It was a long time ago, so I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know all the subjects I wrote about, but it's really, if you look in history, music has this power.
But if you look at recent, dude, the Cold War was won in the end through a lot of that stuff. Like
Music?
a part of it, yes. There was a program throughout the
Propaganda.
Right. No. But there was a program from the States where they would patronize and they would support absurdist art, experimental art, and so as part of the going in the face of traditionalist art, which the Soviet Union and the communist bloc would try to support. So like they were trying to like throw wackiness into the world, and because it's art, it's free. So it's there for everyone, and that's where you would get like guys like Mapplethorpe and like like different kind of oh Jesus, not Basquiat, but the one with all the splatters and whatnot. And so like those type of guys that did kind of like weird stuff, they would get promoted, and also jazz and
Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah, they would get pushed to like, oh, go to Europe, have a tour, go to all these places that maybe could turn communist if we're not careful. And that was a part of the whole like kind of like the Marshall Plan and whatnot.
To shifts people's perspectives. They see these people that they're demonizing, just making beautiful music and art, and then one time it's like, okay, now you're accepting them because they have a great voice. But still, it did work. It works.
Yeah.
It unites. It breaks these crazy boundaries we put in our heads, and we all just come together to enjoy.
Dude, one of
the magic,
You had that transformative moment of that of the young man that you had to explain to, right?
Yeah.
I got kicked in my ass when I had to play in Austria, of all places. I had to play in Austria in the mountains. Like, it was the weirdest fucking gig ever. Had like 4-hour drive, and you go to like a Disney-esque place.
Wow.
Snow and like deer running around.
Sounds
that type
surreal.
of shit. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta play reggae and dancehall in this motherfucker? Like, you know, like no, but I'm not like I'm worried about the gig the whole time. And alleen maar blondes, alleen maar blonde kinderen.
Oh, maar die houden van die shit, hè?
No, but that was the point that turned me off. I'm like, okay, I'm here, and the promoter kept telling me, don't worry, you're gonna be fine, it's okay, it's all right. And so I start to play, and I'm thinking, okay, let me just go easy. Let me play commercial.
Yeah.
Let me play commercial with these guys, and I play, and they're there and one and so. I'm like, okay, let me kick it up a notch. And I play something obscure.
Yeah.
They knew every word.
No.
They knew
that's
every
great.
word. That was like,
That's the best crowd.
I was like, no, y'all up in the mountains, and this is not quite internet full yet. This is not quite internet. Like, you can download stuff, but there's no Spotify. There's no
Napster.
like YouTube still looks like MySpace at this point. You know what I mean? Yo, but they knew every fucking word of some weird shit. I was like, nah, this is home. This is like, and I got so much love and hugs and like, yo, do you know this artist? And they like back and forth, and I'm like, I'm among my people.
Yeah.
Like they know reggae. They know what it is. Like, okay, fine. She's right. Music unites. You would swear it doesn't, but it does.
It really does.
People coming together and holding each other, singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
The fuck you talking about, man? Yo, drunk, but I mean, yeah.
It's magical. No, it's a language. It's like a multi-dimensional language that all living things understand. I mean, didn't they prove that plants grow better if you play like fucking classical music? Or I know
you
this
sing
guy
to them,
in Canada that can I say that he grows weed and he always has like a Bob Marley playlist for his fucking plants.
Okay, that's a bit too on the nose, man.
It's funny, right? But
that's a bit too on the nose.
exactly. He's taking it very literal, but
And he has the best weed around, or what?
probably, right?
Oh man.
Probably.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. So that people do not think that you're only in one lane. Do you have other interests, other hobbies, like other things that you?
Yes. So professionally, next to singing, I also do like writing, copywriting. So right now I'm doing a lot of translating. Wow, that's a good.
That's a good.
Goeie promotie voor jezelf.
Translation from English to Dutch, and I do voiceovers with my voice.
Of course.
Which is very fun.
Which is fucking difficult.
No.
I tried it, maar it's not for
I'm
me.
really good at it.
Okay. Yeah.
Kijk eens naar dat flesje vol magie. Maak kennis met de Isagenix Collagen Elixir.
Dit is de Belgische Jasmine.
Nee, Belgisch. Dat klinkt zo, vindt u dat?
Zeker.
Like een geile Belgische zachte G.
Oh jeetje.
En een dubbel D. Nee.
I feel like I need a time alone. Like I feel like.
I don't know why. I think Belgium is kind of sensual. Like they
sensual, yeah.
Zachte G. Anyways.
Yeah. Like I was trying to flirt with you. Like,
so that's what I make money with. Like the translation things. It's fun, and voiceovers all around the world. Like I work. Cool. Because I started the voiceovers and the translations as well a little bit in COVID, because I went from 3 gigs in the week to
nothing.
Lockdown. So I remember going to my boyfriend like, I'm going to start a profile online. I'm going to do voiceovers. He's like, yeah, sure, babe. And then like 2 days later, I have my first gig and I have 5-star reviews. So
awesome.
It's really cool. So I've been doing that for years. And I also do some vocal coaching, mainly children, but I'm getting more and more adults. So that's fun, just from my home.
Yeah.
And next to that, I love to cook. I love to cook for people. I've been cooking since I was 8. Like a true Caribbean girl.
Amen.
From my yard in Suriname, pick the kousenband, put it in the pan. You know? So even if I say so myself, I can cook a little some.
You can throw it
cook your ass off.
I love to cook for people. I love to watch people eat my food. It makes me happy. My partner is a very grateful eater, so that's really nice. Yeah, he's the best to cook for. I also actually really like to draw and paint. I haven't done that for years, but even if I say so myself, like I can do it. I just need to put some more work into it. Anything creative, really. I love to create.
What do you like? What do you like to consume, though? Like, what do you like?
Last question, Marlo.
Consume food or?
No. I mean, food. Yeah, just art in like
art.
That kind of general. Like, what do you like to?
I'll go back
like
to
sit and
12-year-old Jasmine. I was an emo kid. I had an emo phase. I always like to push the boundaries. I love to find experimental things, people that are on the edge of sounding good and just being a little crazy.
Right.
So, but just music with real intention. I can listen to anything if it has some kind of soul. And I love all the arts. I like to appreciate life. Like if you ask me for a favorite color, always it's been rainbow. I can't choose. I'm really bad with those things. I love nature. I love to sit on my porch and watch the birds and listen to them. I'm kind of a hippie at heart, I think.
There you go. That was my last question. Love, you got like something else on top of that?
I think, unfortunately, we have to round off because we could sit here for hours.
Yeah, we
So
can.
if I pose another question, we're going to start a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
So I think we need to invite Jasmin back, maybe.
Oh, Zoe's. Oh.
I'd love to. Thank you guys so much for having me. It was really fun.
For being here.
Yeah, no,
being
it's not
open.
as scary as you thought it might have been, right?
I wasn't scared.
You wasn't scared.
No.
All right.
I knew it was going to be a good time with you guys.
See what it is. All right, guys. Yeah, guys. This was a quick one, but like most things, yeah, we were here.
We
My
are
name is Marlo
queer.
Brown.
Oh, we are here. Marlo Brown, Denise Fiber,
Yeah.
and the famous
Jasmin.
from
Jambu.
Jambu. Yes.
Guys, once again, be sure to be kind to each other. We will try to do the same.
Well,
And
speak for yourself.
woman, stop. As long as you don't do the let's make it clap, we're good. You know what I mean? Guys,
Do it.
we've been here. We are the Drunken Monks, and
Let's make it clap.
I'm gonna give you the finger on camera.
Tante
I
Claudia
swear
is
to God.
watching.
Hey there, Tante Claudia.
All right,
Hey,
then.
Tante Claudia.
Apologize
Later,
to Tante
guys.
Claudia.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.